it's really important for our students to constantly review everything that they are learning in a piano method. So the major and minor fairies on page 28, it's written a C major triad. Let's have your students write a C minor triad. G major, G minor, C minor, back to C major, D major, D minor, F major, F minor, G minor, G major, C major, C minor, and extra credit, E major and E minor. And then ask your students to go ahead and play all of them, just like I did, so that you can see how easily they can play all those triads. On page 29, in this new unit, students are discovering sixth intervals for the first time. So we start on a C, and we go up to an A, and we count 1, 2, 3, 4 skip notes in between, which is why there are 4 X's on that musical map. So it's space to line, 4 skip notes, or line to space with 4 skip notes. So the best way for students to learn how to play a sixth interval is to have the students move their fingers slightly away from their thumb, very slightly away from their thumb. And same thing with the left hand. Move their thumb slightly away from the other fingers, but we don't want them to stretch. Do you notice if I keep my arm exactly where it is and I just stretch my thumb, that is not good technique and good motion. But instead, I'm going to shift my weight a little bit towards the thumb so that it feels a lot better. So let's do the same thing here. If I shift my weight a little bit more to my upper finger, then I'm going to feel like I'm more balanced between my thumb and my 5th fingers. And this particular muscle goes right through the middle of the student's arm. Practice steps. Silently prepare your fingers over each interval as you name each one. So let's have our students go 5th, 6th, 5th, 6th, 5th, 6th, 5th, 6th. Of course, they can play that piece in any key they like. On page 30, the Erie Canal, I think this was written, obviously it's an American folk song, and it's arranged by Ed McLean. This piece begins in what minor? Definitely C minor. And then we go back to the beginning. And then we go to D minor. And we repeat it again. And then we go to the second ending. Yay! Nice little push off with an accent at the end. So it's a wonderful piece for students to go ahead and play, prepare all those shifts from a 6th interval to a 5th interval. And what a good way for getting our students to be ready for that easy 1, 1, 5, 6, 5, 1 chord in every key that they would like to ever play in. Lavender's Blue. Here the students again are reviewing their 6 intervals, so I would suggest that you have them play, prepare each one of those intervals that changes. And I'm asking our students to think about rotation in measures 1, measure 3. Oh my gosh, I almost overshot that. You know what you could do for an exercise? Like a little frog that has a tongue, and the tongue goes out to get the little insect. So quickly they can play the 5th interval and then move back to their thumb, and then quickly zap whatever is on that key and then come back. That's fun, isn't it? We can do the same thing in the left hand. In measure 9, go ahead and have the students play like there's a little magnet that's stuck to their pad of their 5th finger onto the C, and have them release all their tension in their hand here, kind of like a karate chop, but not tight. And just like a frog tongue going out to an insect on that G. horn rotation. And poco rit means a little ritardando. You know what's really interesting? Sometimes we see in music R-I-T-A-R-D, and that actually is not a true term. It's either R-I-T period or retardando. So just wanted to let you know that. Anyway, the musicality girl asks, did you balance the melody over the accompaniment, and were the phrases beautiful?